What up, guys? It's your boy HeRoiiN-gSuS here, bringing you guys a Modern Warfare 2 gameplay. It's a search and destroy on Rundown using the UMP-45 with Marathon, Lightweight, and Ninja. And I'm just gonna go ahead and play as aggressive as possible and see what happens. I think I do pull a pretty good score on this game, just all out rushing, and we'll see what happens. So in this video, I'm actually going to talk about something that might be, I guess, considered serious. Well, actually, it is considered serious. A serious topic, I guess you could say. I think we're all aware of, everybody is aware of internet bullying, online bullying. And you're probably thinking, oh shit, here we go with this kumbaya, hold hands, you know, with a hug and stuff, make up kind of bullshit. Nah, I'm not really going to go there. But what I am going to talk about is, I think that we've all seen it online one way or another. And I'm not talking about your just every game, everyday trash talk where, you know, guys are talking shit about each other, you know, about the way they play the game, if they're not good or if they are good or if they're a scrub or whatever. I think that's within boundaries. I don't think there's really anything wrong with that. I think it's no different than when, if you're playing basketball, you know, on the court and you're talking shit to another person about how they don't have a jump shot or, you know, whatever. You know, it's just part of the game. But I think once you cross over into getting personal and you start personally attacking them, you know, by the way they talk, you know, whether they sound smart or dumb, whether they're from the South or, you know, whether they sound Mexican or black or are Asian or whatever, you know, and trying to basically humiliate them and embarrass them, not only in front of your friends, but maybe in front of their friends, or, you know, even in front of other people that person may or may not know on the other team. And basically, we all know why you're trying to do it. You're trying to do it to get a laugh. You're trying to do it to make that person feel bad and put them down and pick yourself up. You know, like I said, I'm all for regular trash talk, but I think once we cross that line, we're getting into, you know, basically internet bullying. You know, and you know, to be honest with you, when I was growing up, you know, you're probably thinking that maybe the reason why I'm talking about this is because I was bullied. Well, actually, it was the opposite. You know, I bullied a lot of people when I was growing up. I was, you know, I guess I ran with a popular group or whatever. And if any of you, I'm sure you've all seen it in high school, where usually the popular kids will make fun of the nerdy kids or the less popular kids in order to make themselves feel better, you know, get a laugh out of their friends and so on and so forth. And when I was in high school, I really didn't understand it. You know, I didn't really care. I didn't really take into consideration the other person's feelings and what they must feel like, you know, having everybody laugh at them and shit on them basically in front of everybody else. And the older I got, the more mature I got, I started realizing that what that person must feel and what that person must feel like when they think about that situation, how mad it must get them, how embarrassed they must be. And you know, it happens online all the time, man. You know, we've all seen it happen on Facebook, or you know, the stories in the news about some person, you know, committing suicide on Facebook, or because of something that happened on Facebook or MySpace or whatever. I'm not saying that, you know, talking shit to somebody in Call of Duty game is going to go that far, but the principle is the same in terms of, you know, putting someone down to pick yourself up. You know, I think that a lot of people don't quite understand what the consequences of their actions are with their words. They assume because it's online, it's in a game, and you're only using your words, you really can't hurt anybody, you know, by doing that. And it's really quite the opposite. You know, we got to remember, guys, we're all playing this game. You know, we're all playing Call of Duty, and you know, as a common interest. You know, this is something we all like to do. We all like to game. We all like to get online and shoot each other. You know, and that should be fun. It should be a place for all of us to relax and get online and have fun and enjoy ourselves. Not to sit there and have to worry about, is this person going to make fun of me because I have a lisp? Is this person gonna make fun of me because I'm going through puberty, or is this person, you know, gonna make fun of me because I sound like, you know, I'm from, you know, because of my southern accent, or I have this you know, country southern accent. That those people shouldn't have to worry about that. I mean, I have people on my list, and they'll never admit it, that won't turn their mics on because they're really young. You know, they're probably 14, 15 years old, and their voices crack, or they got a high-pitched voice, and they just won't turn their mics on in fear of being ridiculed. And that's fucking sad, you know what I'm saying? Because, let's be realistic, guys. You know, that's not what gaming's about. You know, it's about us getting together and enjoying, you know, a common interest. So, you know, next time you're online and someone has a lisp, or someone talks funny, you know, it's something that you're not really used to, or it's easy for you to kind of call them out and humiliate them. I mean, just stop and think about it for a fucking second. I mean, there's no reason to do that. You know what I'm saying? There really isn't. And that goes for not just the way someone speaks or how they sound. You know, if you know something about a person, okay, you know, if you know that, you know, they may not have as much money as you, or there's, you know, their parents are struggling to make ends meet. You know, any of those kinds of situations, you know, don't put that out there on Front Street for them to try to make yourself feel better, to make fun of them. You know what I'm saying? Don't do shit like that. You know, I've seen that before online, and it's ugly, man. It really is. You know, I had seen it with an old clan that I played with a long time ago, where this guy was married, had a kid, and he lost his job, and he ended up being unemployed, and he played a lot of Call of Duty to kind of kill the time, you know, in between him looking for jobs and stuff. And you know, someone used that against him. Someone would sit there and start talking shit about him, and, you know, how he wasn't taking care of his kid and taking care of his wife, and his wife was working at Walmart, and, you know, basically just trying to make him feel bad about being a guy with a kid and a wife, and him not doing anything but playing video games. You know, we don't know people's circumstances. We don't know, you know, their situation, if, you know, what they're going through in life, and you should never sit there and judge. And when you start judging other people, you only make yourself look like a fucking fool. Because once you start judging, you know what I'm saying, you're really saying that you're bigger than yourself, and you're really not. You're just a fucking, you know, an ignorant piece of shit. So, yeah, man, I guess I got a little carried away with this real talk bullshit, but, you know, it is what it is, guys. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys feel like, man. You know, how you feel about that. So, yeah. Later, fellas.
I like can't hang around her and party. Our strength goes unmatched. You really didn't need it. You on the whole fucking time. You came out with it.